Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And first of all, Mayor Adams, we appreciate your time and your testimony today and for your perspective on bail reform measures as well as public safety prioritization. Believe me, the people do not feel safe in our cities and our communities right now, and change must happen. We hear it loud and clear in my Western New York community, that's for sure. My first question is, does your team have any projections as to what the costs to New York City may be if the state fails to act on the public safety revisions you mentioned?
Thank you for that, Senator. We're doing an analysis now of the exact impact on the cost of some of the actions that we're seeing. But I would say this, tied to public safety is our economy. No one is going to come back to our city with tourism, a multi-billion-dollar industry, if we have 3-year-olds shot in Times Square, the center of our tourism. Businesses are not going to open. We just had a drugstore that closed its business because of the amount of thefts that are taking place inside. Now, remember, that drugstore chain may be a large chain, but go look inside the employees there. They're low-wage employees that need the jobs. Our economic lifeline is our subway system. If it's an unsafe subway system, then we're not going to have people respond to ride the trains as needed. And so, Assemblyman, we know there's an economic impact to not having a safe city. It's not disconnected, and I'm clear on that. And when I speak with the partnership and Kathy Weil and a countless number of corporate CEO and executives, the number one thing they say to me, Eric, we must be safe for our employees. And I have to produce that safety so our economy is not devastated. Just look towards San Francisco, look towards Chicago, look towards the other cities in this country that are experiencing a lack of safety. New York can't go that direction.
I couldn't agree with you more, and public safety needs to be our number one priority in our communities right now. A quick follow-up on that, though. One of our greatest assets in the state of New York is our people. And our people own businesses, they create jobs, and they work in our communities. The outflow that we have seen of residents from New York City and New York State over the past 2 years has been dramatic, to the tune of almost 1,000 people a day. And those are people that are going to lower taxes and less regulatory states. What can we do to retain and attract people in our great state so we have the economic future you're talking about?
Assemblyman, first we have to do something that I call and I use often upstream. We have to change the way we govern. We have a downstream mindset. Archbishop Desmond Tutu states, we spend a lifetime pulling people out of the river. No one goes upstream and prevent them from falling in the first place. I'm going to make upstream investments, something simple as what Assemblyman Carroll stated, dyslexia screening. Let's not pull them out of the river downstream. Investing in our foster care system, because we failed to do the proper investment. When children age out at 21 years old, only 20-something% graduate from high school and only 3% enroll in college, more likely to be homeless and mental health issues. But if we invest just $50 million in something like a fair future, we could turn that around. So people will come back to this city and feel as though they are part of New York if we are a safe, clean city where we can raise our children and families. And that's what I must do. And I believe we're going to accomplish that task.
Thank you. Please keep up the fight for public safety.
Thank you.